under Justice Court. The plaintiff are suing for rent arrears and vacant possession of their property.
All rise. Court in session. Honorable Judge Fumi Asaolu presiding. Your Honor, this case is between Wilson Rabo versus Regnard. Parties from the
No, thank you, Akin.
You're welcome, yes.
Wilson Irabo.
Your Honor.
Your Honor, good afternoon.
Reginald Nizi. Okay, it's your lawyer that's filing for you, so I thought it's the one. Okay, all right then. So, the Rabos, can you narrate why we're here?
It was, he came in, Mr. Reagan Wednesday. He's a tenant in one of the apartments in number 12, Limi, Ejigbo, off NNPC bus stop. He came in 2021. That was the 16th of June, 2021. And the tenancy started 1st of July. So as the time goes on, he's been there, and we have all retired. Both of us are retired. We want to relocate and be using the property. So we asked our lawyer to serve him a quick notice so we could move in and rectify the whole thing and come back home. So the lawyer served him a quick notice for the past, today, a year, 17th of January, he was served a quick notice. The first one, which elapsed in July 2024. So the second one was served to him August the same year, 2024. Up until now, he has not moved.
What's your response to that?
Your Honor, I came in there, just like she rightly said, in 2021, precisely 1st of July. I had no issue with her all through the first 2 years I lived there. I think I had never owed her in the first place. She can verify that. So what really, there was an issue. There, I met two tenants because we are three in the compound. I stay in a duplex, 5-bedroom duplex. The other two tenants stay in three-bedroom duplex behind me. So the one they call Moses downstairs is a Benin man from her state, relocated to UK. I don't have issue with anybody. So she called me, I should go around that flat and took shots and sent to her that she wanted to authenticate the situation of the house the man left behind. Innocently, I did that and forwarded to her. The first one, he said it wasn't clear. I should resend it. I went back again, did the same thing and forwarded to her. Not up to 5 hours, Moses from UK started lambasting me. You're a very terrible man. You're a backstabber. All manner of things. So you went and snapped and sent to painting me black. I didn't have an idea there was underlying tone on what I did. Moses was angry with me. Then I called the husband, Mr. Irabo, say, see what happened. I don't like this kind of thing. He said, if I'm man enough, I should own up. I should own up. I should not deny anything. Why am I trying to cover up evil? Is the man. Did he handle the place well? But to me, I don't see why I should get involved in such case. That was my first problem. She laid curse on my enemies, not me. Was just talking and talking. I kept quiet because I don't like disobeying my elders. I kept quiet, but I was pained. So in 2023, January 23rd or thereabout, I lost my first son in that compound to cancer. She knew I went through so much before this incident. She knew. She was very much aware. I spent so much money for close to a year taking him to hospital, buying all manner of drugs. Whoever that have an idea what cancer issue is, you know the kind of drug involved on all manner of tests. She knew I went through some financial challenges. So in 2024, precisely end of July, she brought that quit notice. Barely a year, I lost my son. Just because I confronted them, why did they act the way they act, sending me on errand that I didn't know the undertone. That was the bottom line of this eviction. So I look at it, then I didn't have money to get another apartment. Because one, let me tell you the truth, my last son is writing his final WAEC by June or July, thereabouts. I have a lot of load in my house. All my rooms are fully occupied. If you want to send somebody there, please feel free. I have a lot of things in my house. So to get a house that can accommodate what I have is not easy. I looked at the challenges. I said, how would this man want me to move just so then? I pleaded for time. The husband was writing incessantly to me, all manner of threatening letters. I couldn't get a decent place that can accommodate me. In the process of desperation, I was even duped. I was duped. The lawyer is aware. I don't know whether they passed the information to him. So they keep threatening me. It got to a point that I have to call my lawyer and say, see the kind of tests I'm getting from my landlady or my landlord, because I don't really know whether that is a joint ownership or whatever. He now call the lawyer, say, please talk to your clients not to harass this man. They should be patient with him. In the first place, I'm not struggling for ownership. I'm ready to move, but it's not convenient for me. So I was pleading for time, but they insisted they want to use the house. So that was how the whole thing started. And as I was duped, it was a setback to me. I couldn't even again move. I started rebuilding the money. And they were threatening me that the month I've spent, I have to make sure I pay for it. I'm not contesting that. So all I needed is just an extension of time to get myself in order before I move. That is where I am standing.
Before I pass any comment, the Wilsons, the Arabos, do you have anything to say to that?
Your Honor, all he has said has nothing, ma'am, it has nothing to do. Once I instructed my lawyer to send him a quit notice, I have never or rather communicated with him. So all he has been saying, I have never one day phoned him to ask, because a lawyer is handling it. Even a tenant that moved in, that is in the back apartment, there was a time it was war between him and that one. Every day, that family keep phoning, and I refer them to my lawyer, that this man is fighting them because of the borehole, one thing or the other. I said, you people are staying together, it should be resolved. Why my lawyer, they have to go in and resolve the issue. I have never spoken any word or phoned him. I want to use my property, that's all.
The plaintiffs, Mr. and Mrs. Wilson Irabo, claims they are retired and plans to return to Nigeria to live in their house, which they rented to Reginald in 2021. They alleged that their lawyer served quit notice, but the defendant refused to vacate their property and has not paid rent. The defendant, Reginald, claims that he has enjoyed good relationship with his landlord despite they do not reside in Nigeria. He requests for time to find a suitable house to rent. Judge Femi wades into this matter.
As far as I'm concerned, there are only 2 issues. 3 issues. The first has to do with he's doing 350,000 rent in arrears. Is that correct?
How much?
No,
350.
no more.
How much?
It's 816,666. It's 1.4 million he pays a year.
Can I have the figure again? 800 and what?
816,666.
I pay annually. I really don't know how she came about that figure.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know, the calculation.
Okay. When was the last time
I'm
you
just
paid?
hearing it for the
How
first
much
time.
do you pay per annum?
1.4.
Okay. So when last did you pay?
My rent expired July 2024.
2024. So what ought to be done is to calculate your rent from July till whenever we agree today that you will move out on pro rata basis, like monthly, then we add up. So that's one. And when do you intend to make the payments?
Before I exit, I was actually considering an extension of time. Let me put myself in order and get out of that place. Maybe before I move, I should be able to pay
It's
off.
apparent they are not ready to extend. That's very clear from everything she said.
So, if
to renew your tenancy, it's going to be a no from what they've said. That's why I'm asking, when do you have the rent now?
I don't have it.
Okay.
Because I was duped in November
it's
last
not their
year.
fault. If you didn't have due diligence before paying to somebody that defrauded you, it's not their own fault. Do you understand? You can't hold them responsible for that. I don't know whether I'm making sense to you. Yes, you made a mistake making such payment to be duped, but you can't see that as their fault. So, and even now, by saying that you were duped, ordinarily, when would you have expected that you would move out?
If I didn't have that problem, I would have been out.
And now that there is that problem, so when will you move?
Because I'm trying to gather the money. If I could get like 3 months grace, I will leave. I don't even want to stay.
Yes, leaving. You see, there are 2 issues. You are mixing them up. Eviction is different. Payment of outstanding rent. Because for every day you spend in that house. So be careful. If you're asking for extra 3 months, you are going to pay for that 3 months.
By end of this one, I should be able to pay that outstanding. But
by end of this month?
Yes, but I'm pleading for 2 or 3 months.
All right.
While growing up, I had a desire to own my own house, but my friends laughed at me, thinking it was impossible.
It is impossible.
Until I met Pastor Homes and Gardens. Pastor Homes and Gardens helps me to invest in landed properties that have good titles, great investments, and in strategic locations.
Over the years, smart investors have entrusted us to lead them through acquiring their dream homes or land, and we have delivered totally.
I feel like breakdancing.
We love to bring smiles on the faces of our clients, so we have arranged a flexible payment plan of 6, 12, and 24 months. For more inquiries, please contact the number showing on your screen or visit us at our website www.fasnoecc.com. Fasno Homes and Garden, making your dream home come true.
The Arabos.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sure you heard what he said. Yes. He's ready to offset the outstanding sum by the last day of this month, and is pleading to be given 3 months Because in his pleadings here, what I actually have is 6 months. So, but now he has realized the urgency and your dire need of the premises. So now he's talking about you giving him 3 months to look for an alternative accommodation and move in. You see, what usually happens with this when we have this kind of situation is when you have children that are still in school, most cases you are looking for premises within that environment because of the children's welfare. So that's always the situation.
God bless you, Your Honor. As you have said, it's moving 3 months from now and paying the last penny. The issue as well, ma'am, is the apartment is totally dilapidating, I would say. Bad. If he can also, I'm pleading on your, I'm asking on your behalf, ma'am, to let him put the apartment right. Like that 3 months, he said, we will agree to that, ma'am, as long as he pays everything and putting right the apartment. Your Honor, he knew quite all right. He messed up the apartment. I sent somebody from my state, Edo State, because they complained that the water returned back to the soakaway at the time. I was worried. Not to affect the foundation, I sent someone from my state to see or work on it. When that one came in, he lured that one to his apartment to work and repair the kitchen sink, the bath, even some of the picture he sent to me, some of the POP in the kitchen, the living room are all falling off because the boy told me he took his bath on the end, so the pipe is broken, but he refused to fix it. So the water now comes down to the kitchen and the living room.
No, you've not answered. Sorry for interrupting you, but
we did that, man.
Can I have a copy of that? Lawyer. Can you send that to the legal team? The pictures and the video that is signed. You both co-signed. Because the two of you have to sign. Must have signed it.
There, man. It was through my lawyer. It was through my everything.
Just a minute. He has something to say. He's raising his hand. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You see, in the present Nigeria today, truth suffers. Truth suffers. Because of what happened in Moses' apartment, I learned my lesson. So when I saw a cracked wall in my sitting room and some other places that are like giving way, I snapped it and sent to her. I said, please, see the condition of your house. Not tomorrow. You said Reginald destroyed your house and moved away. I was being proactive. If I knew that he would use it against me, I would not even bother. Truth suffers. So, and the brother is referring to from Edo, Reverend Ben, is his cousin. Ben was carrying us on repairs, not in my apartment, within the entire premises. Because I have my separate gate, the other two tenants behind me have their own separate gate leading to their apartment. Ben was carrying out repairs within the compound, not mine alone. But because of the way he treats Ben, talks to Ben, Ben abandoned everything and walked away. 2 days I came back from work, the cement, everything, the shovel were still in the compound. And I started calling, Ben, are you not continuing with this work? He said, to hell, he's not interested. He left the work and went back to Benin. The same man, I have his number. If he said I'm lying, I would drop the man's number. Call Ben right away. Let him tell his own version of the story. When I was moving into the apartment,
let him round up.
I paid 250,000 for damages. So how could I now be going out and do another repair? What of my money with her?
You pay 100.
The lawyer that engaged me the first time had issue because of this Moses case. The man was insulted. It's not lacking. He's a very successful lawyer. He have to throw in the towel that he cannot continue with this kind of landlord. So far, so good. 3 lawyers have been hired to give me quick notice on this issue.
Because
None of them. One face to another face, one face to another face.
You know what? Let's leave that. You just mentioned the fact that you dropped some caution fee, right?
Yes, I did.
You paid for that. So the essence of the caution fee usually is for this purpose.
You did not take anything.
Do you understand me? You have to find out. Call your lawyer and find out from the lawyer
yes,
that put the lawyer that put him as. And you know, this is a landlord and tenant issue. Do you understand what I'm trying to explain?
I hear you, Your Honor.
So what we're talking about now is payment of your money by the end of this month and eviction in 3 months' time. So by the last day of this month, he has to pay the sum of 816,666 naira.
I'd like to have the number.
Pardon?
The amount when I'm done. I would like to have the amount.
The amount, you take it from the legal team, they give you. And I'm looking at you paying 816 this January ending, then the balance by February ending. And if you don't move out by February, you pay for February. It's like you are paying on monthly. You pay February in February.
Understand.
March, and you total sum by April if for any reason. But if you get a place, just move immediately so that they can take possession instantly.
Can I say something?
What do you have to say?
Please, the fact that I'm even agreeing to all these conditions, I want to move. I don't like trouble. But let it be on record that some element of lies. The tenant that is still in that compound, I never had issue with him. I wish I foresaw these things now. I would have collected your number and drop it. You do your own verification according to this language. Call them if I had issue with them. I'm surprised what I'm hearing here. So, and when I moved into this house, apartment, that apartment was last used by MC Oluomo mother. That place was totally vandalized. I spent close to 500 and something. I called her, she knew. And she asked me if she's to refund it. I told her, don't worry.
You spoke with her or you spoke with the lawyer? Lawyer?
Yes, I told her. I said, don't worry. That where I'm living is my house.
You know what, right? We're where we are right now. They want the premises. You are ready to give up vacant possession of the premises. Do you understand me? You have up till April ending. That's latest April. It's going to pay 816. Please get it right. It's paying 816 this month end.
For January, ending month.
Yes, then February, if it's there till month end, it will pay that 1 month. If it's there in March, it will pay for that 1 month, and April as well.
Your Honor, thank you so much. Can I comment why he's paying it on monthly basis?
Because he can leave anytime. If he gets a place to live by February,
before then,
he will leave.
Before April.
Yes.
All right.
So it's only January we're very 100% certain that it's likely to be there. Because if he gets a place today, they have to pack. You understand what I'm saying now? So that's why January. So if he's still there by February, he has to pay. If he's there by March ending, he pays you. Then April, he pays and leave.
Not more than April.
Not more than April. Is that okay?
It's okay. I'm all right. But I'm paying that. If I knew this is the kind of landlord I have, that 500 and something I paid, putting the electrification on that things together, I will have asked her to pay for it.
You know what? Let me tell you, that's one thing people need to know. When you move into a premises and you need to expend money on it, you need to have agreements with the owner of the premises. Estimate. There are two ways. Either he brings this person to do the renovation, but there must be an agreement that you are going to spend 10 naira on this premises, but you want it to be deducted. It ought to have been deducted from your previous rent, not at this stage. If you had had that agreement.
I called her and she
But you did not agree.
Offered. I said, forget.
There was no agreement.
I told her not to worry.
Exactly. So why are you bringing it up again? But why are you bringing it up? You said you told her not to worry.
I've learned.
We learn every day.
Oh, God.
We all
like
learn
I said,
until we
Your
die.
Honor, I want my apartment back. All he's saying, I am not here to argue and start deliberating on issue he's saying. There is no truth about what he's saying. But all I'm happy about, he should give me back my property.
You are having it. There is my judgment.
Judge Fumi helps both parties to reach amicable settlement. After the break, Judge Fumi rules.
The judgment in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is to pay the sum of 816,000 naira by the last day of January 2025 to the plaintiff, and thereafter pay on monthly basis until April 2025, provided it's still within the premises. For every day that is spent in the house, we should make the payment to the landlord on pro rata basis. And the defendant is to vacate the premises on or before April 2025. That's my judgment.
Thank you.
Bless you, man. Bless you. God bless you, man. Thank you very much.
If your baby daddy is denying paternity of the child to avoid upkeep, or you suspect misattributed paternity situations, submit your case online at www.thejusticecourt.com for a prompt resolution of the matter.